Hello and welcome to Chess with Simon. I'm Simon. Let's play the Caro-Kann. Come on now. Isn't this called the Hillbilly attack? Although you're meant to back the bishop off, but you're not meant to exchange and back it off. You're just meant to back it off. So let's think now. So white is probably not worse, but that bishop is really weird on b3 because we can play e6, and that bishop isn't doing very much. That's exactly why white is rerouting it in an attempt to play, don't play bishop c2, that's never going to work, and you know exactly why. And it's just, my opponent's just realised it's never going to work. So, it's never going to work. Okay, we'll do this, and then what we're going to do is put the knight on c5. Maybe we won't, maybe we'll put the bishop behind the knight, maybe we'll put a rook on c8, maybe we'll play queen b6, not queen b6 now though, is it? So this is an attempt, alright. This is an attempt to stop me playing, well, different moves are possible here. This is possible. So, we're slightly better, I think. We've got an extra pawn in the centre. We've got, oh man. We've got an extra pawn in the centre. I think we've got the beginnings of a sort of, you're not going to make me. It says bishop h6 is the big idea, is it? Well, let's put a stop to that then. So if the pawn takes, you take with the rook, otherwise they take on e6. With the rook. And we're okay here. The big threat is rook g6, which basically wins. Isn't that crazy? Rook g6. Look, I'll move my rook to g6. Yeah, exactly. Taking on g2 next, and then the rook moves away. I think this is going to be really colourful. 1 minute in. Where's my opponent from? North Macedonia. How wonderful. I love the international nature of chess. This rook move is nice because it defends the checkmate, and it also threatens something absolutely catastrophic on g2. Let's do some lines. Queen here, check. King in the corner, check. You've actually got to take the bishop. I mean, this is going to go on and on. Can't put the queen in the way. I'm going to take an extra pawn before I take the queen. Isn't that terrible? Am I a bad person? Oh, you got to be careful actually, because they can put the rook in the way. I think you got to have the queen. Or is there a mate? Is there a mate? Is there a mate? Is bishop here mating, do you think? Bishop here. You want that? Do you believe that? If you go bishop here, can they stop you playing rook there? Or queen here? I don't think bishop here is a bad move at all. The idea is you go check and then the king goes there, you go check. But I suppose it just squeezes out anyway, just win the queen. The point is, after bishop here, check, king here. Check, king here. Come on, I think winning the queen ends the game, doesn't it? Well, ought to end the game anyway. Okay, let's have it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and put our queen here. How much are we up? We're up 6 pawns because we won some pawns and then we won a queen for a rook. I think of the Hillbilly attack: e4, c6, d4, e4, c6. e4, c6, bishop c4, d5. You're meant to go bishop b3, aren't you? Okay, well, we can slow it down a little. Swap some rooks off. We're not in a hurry here. Pop in a check there. Rook's got to go in the way. Okay, maybe it was checkmate last move actually. Maybe I got this wrong. I mean, I guess in the end we won, right? But I don't think rook f8 was actually necessary. We're better. We're better. Okay, so the thing is, this rook takes was a provocative move, but I actually did see the... Oh, look, there's a better move. That's embarrassing. Well, maybe it's just educational. Maybe instead of taking it personally, we'll just see what the move is. Queen c7. Queen c7 instead of the bishop move. When you say, or queen d6. When you say it, it's kind of obvious. Okay. Yeah, rook f8 wasn't necessary. Queen g3 is just mate. Okay, well. Nothing and nobody is perfect. Hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. See you soon.